Have you guys heard the joke about the broken pencil? Don't worry, there's no point to it. Anyway, what's going on in your Algebra Bros? It's Mr. C here to do another video. This time we are going to do a special type of multiplication that we could do to a matrix. It's known as scalar multiplication. Now, scalar is probably a word that is maybe unfamiliar to you at this point, but let me go ahead and shed some light on that. If A is any matrix and C is any scalar, i.e. some sort of constant real number, so that's how real numbers are referred to sometimes in this course, scalars, then scalar multiplication is defined as the process of multiplying each entry of the matrix A by the scalar C. All right, so let me go ahead and give you an example of this. It says use matrix A from the last example to find negative 1/3 A. So that negative 1/3 is an example of a scalar. And based on how we're defining scalar multiplication here, we'll have to take negative 1/3 and multiply it to each of the entries from the matrix A from the last video. All right, so let's go ahead and get this process underway. I'm going to write negative 1/3 matrix notation there. And what I like to do sometimes is write the scalar again and then flesh out the matrix A that we're going to scalar multiply. From the last video, the top row entries are 1 and 5. The second row's entries are negative 1, 0. And then the third row's entries are 3 and 2. So basically what we're going to do is take each one of those entries and multiply it by the scalar negative 1/3. So that means both the entries in row 1, so negative 1/3 times 1, and also a negative 1/3 times 5. Second row's entry is going to be negative 1/3 times negative 1, then negative 1/3 times 0. All right, third row's entries get scalar multiplied as well, negative 1/3 times 3, and then negative 1/3 times 2. And of course, we'll go ahead and simplify this as best as we can to get our final answer. Negative 1/3 times 1 is still negative 1/3. Negative 1/3 times 5 goes negative 5/3. Negative 1/3 times negative 1 is positive 1/3. Negative 1/3 times 0 is still 0. Negative 1/3 times 3 is negative 1. And then negative 1/3 times 2 is negative 2/3. All right, and that is our final answer. Okay, another straightforward operation that we can do with matrices, that's scalar multiplication. In class, I'm going to be demonstrating for you matrix multiplication, which has quite a bit of a different feel to it. All right, so again, if you have any questions about anything gone over in any of these videos, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.